What's up everybody, it's Sean here and I'm super excited to give you guys my review of the Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG SP in this next chapter colorway to celebrate the upcoming movie Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. So this shoe actually had a shock drop on the Nike sneakers app a few weeks ago, but they're set for a worldwide release on May 20th for a price of $200 US or $260 here in Canada. The official colorway for this shoe is University Red, White, and Black, and this shoe is going to be worn by Miles Morales in the upcoming movie. So a few years ago, we saw the release of the origin story Air Jordan 1, which was released to celebrate Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, so it makes sense that Nike released the sequel shoe for the second movie. And for those who are looking to pick up a pair, I'm actually going to be hosting a giveaway for this shoe alongside Vectored Studios. So if you guys want to check out Vectored Studios, I'll link their website, their Instagram, all that good stuff down below, and stay tuned to my Instagram page for the upcoming giveaway contest. So before we talk about the shoes in depth, here's a look at the box. And this comes in your normal black-based Jordan 1 box with Nike branding on the top in red. And unfortunately, Nike didn't give us a special box for this release, which I think was a bit of a missed opportunity. As for the shoe itself, so this is your Jordan 1 High OG silhouette. And as you can see, the upper is constructed out of a wide array of materials and textures, but at the heart and soul of it, it still is a Jordan 1 Chicago. So as we start things off with the toe box, this is covered in this soft white colored leather, and just like any other Air Jordan 1, we have these perforations running across. Surrounding the front toe cap, we have a bold and vibrant red colored leather, and both the leather here and on the toe box, this is both genuine leather. Next to this, on the lateral side, we have this small hit of suede, which is a little bit darker and duller in comparison to the leather. And next to this, we have what feels like a nubuck material, and it artificially looks like it's dirty, but this is just a print applied to the material. And above this, covering the bottom three eyelets, we have this genuine patent leather. When you compare this to the medial side, so this is basically flipped, so we have that nubuck-like material on the top and patent leather on the bottom. Covering the middle eyelets, we have this synthetic overlay, which has a circular multicolor pattern to it, which looks like it leapt straight from the movie or a comic book. And on the medial side, we have this patterned overlay here as well, and this features very small circular prints. Beneath this on the mid panel, we have more of that white leather that we saw on the toe box, and then overlaid on top of this, we have a synthetic patent leather, which actually has a bit of an iridescent effect to it, so depending on the angle you're looking at, it shines off a spectrum of colors. Above this, on that side wing or flap of the shoe, you can see we have both those synthetic patterns that we saw on the eyelets, and we have the Air Jordan Wings logo printed on top in red. The top collar of the shoe is also covered in that synthetic patent leather once again, and just like the swoosh, it has that iridescent effect to it. And then beneath this on the heel, on the lateral side we have suede, in the middle we have that nubuck-like material, along with a very stiff leather on the medial edge. In terms of laces, these come with these flat style laces in black, nothing special here. And then underneath this, we have this retro looking tongue, which has a bit of a yellow tone to it, but this tongue, I gotta say, feels very stiff compared to your normal Jordan 1 tongue. And on the top, the tag here is a little bit different. It doesn't loop onto the back of the tongue, but it still features that Nike Air branding in a mix of white and red. So the inner collar of the shoe is lightly padded and it's covered in this black colored textile. And as far as the insoles go, nothing special here. This is just your typical foam lined insole, and we have Nike branding stamped on the heel. The upper of the Jordan 1 sits atop this solid rubber cupsole, and encased within this midsole but not visible to the eye, we do have Nike Air technology underneath the heel for cushioning and impact protection. And then finally, turning this pair over to the bottom, so this outsole is entirely constructed out of a glow-in-the-dark red colored rubber. In terms of design, it's still your normal Jordan 1 outsole, so we still have that circular pivot point on the forefoot, along with the Nike logo right in the center. So that breaks down the look and the construction of these Jordan 1s. And for those wondering about sizing, to me these fit like any other Jordan 1 High OG, so I'd recommend most people to stick true to size and it should be okay. If you have a really wide foot, you might want to consider going up a half size, and if you're someone that normally likes a really snug fit and you go a half size down in your Jordan 1s, I'd probably just do the same for this release as well. But if you've never worn a Jordan 1 before, I feel like going true to size would be the safest bet. Next up, in terms of the comfort, so these feel pretty much like any other Jordan 1. The underfoot feeling is going to be pretty firm, flat, and low to the ground, and there's not too much from a softness and stepping comfort perspective. And I felt like the upper of the shoe felt a little bit more stiff than normal, both because of the materials used as well as this very stiff tongue. And I actually haven't worn these for a long time, but my guess would be that after a couple hours, they'll definitely soften up and feel like any other Jordan 1. Finally, in terms of the quality and the craftsmanship on this shoe, So first off, material quality, I thought it was pretty solid. So the upper of the shoe is mixed with a combination of genuine leather and synthetic overlays. So I felt like the parts that use genuine materials, they felt pretty good to the touch. And I guess because of the effect that they wanted, they had to use synthetic materials, so I understand that. But from a build and craftsmanship standpoint, I thought this pair was pretty much flawless. The stitch job was really good, the panels were cut and stitched on consistently, and both my left foot and the right foot looked symmetrical. So I was pretty pleased with how these turned out, and I really have no real complaints about it. So with all that out of the way now, let's toss these on feet. I'll lace them up and I'll show you guys how these look. Obviously, compared to the origin story Jordan 1, I feel like that one was much more of a classic Chicago 1 look, whereas this one really looks like it leapt straight from the movie or the comic book. It's much louder, it's much more vibrant and in your face, so I can understand why a lot of people aren't a fan of this release. And while I wouldn't lie and say it's my favorite Jordan 1, I think it's pretty dope in the way that it ties to the movie. I just don't know how much wear it'll actually get in my rotation. Being a big fan of Spider-Man though, I am happy to add this to my collection, but I suspect it might be one of those shoes that I just admire more so than a shoe that actually gets worn on feet. So let me know in the comment section down below what you guys think about this Air Jordan 1 Next Chapter. What are your overall thoughts on this pair? Do you love it, hate it, are you somewhere in between? Drop a comment down below and let's talk about it. If you guys like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. You can follow me on Instagram at sgo8. Follow my Twitter account at sean.go and visit my website as well at seango.ca. So again, if you guys are interested in joining this giveaway, stay tuned to my Instagram and check out Vectored Studios down below as well. Thank you everyone for watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy this review, and I'll catch you guys all in the next one.